A heated board meeting at Michigan State University after the Board of Trustees showed their support for interim president John Engler. Now, this meeting comes less than 24 hours after Engler wrote a letter apologizing for statements he made in an email about a Larry Nassar survivor. 7 Action News reporter Nia Harden was at that meeting in East Lansing, and she joins us now live. Nia, what happened at that meeting?
Well, actually, I want to first show you what this is right here. Just take a look. You can see several pinwheels. Each one of them represent a Nassar survivor. And today in that board meeting, there was a settlement that had actually been agreed upon for $500 million for these survivors. But what really stood out were the protesters and the survivors that wanted John Engler fired.
Fire John Engler.
Teal shirts and cell phones that read "Fire Engler" could be seen at MSU's board meeting. Engler wrote a letter apologizing for statements he made in an email about Larry Nassar survivor Rachel Denhollander probably receiving kickbacks from her lawyer.
I indicated I didn't give it the consideration it warranted, and I said that was a big mistake. I was wrong, and I apologize.
While Engler's apology was greatly appreciated, why did it take over 1,000 people to sign a petition regarding getting him fired before we received that apology? 2 board members want him to step down.
I move that we amend the agenda to add 2 personnel action items to include a vote on terminating the interim president's contract with cause for failing to uphold the standards of conduct expected of a leader of this university.
That motion to amend the agenda failed. Majority of the board in favor of keeping Engler on.
Obviously, that's not an issue today.
It seems to be.
Is it up for with who?
It seems to be a big issue. Looking at the size of that crowd.
I don't even see it on the agenda.
I'd hoped by now that we would be heading in a positive direction, but recent actions have shown that we are far from it.
Now, later in that meeting, trustee member Brian Masalem, he actually said while he does want Engler to step down, he says this should still be a historic day after they reached a settlement for the survivors. He also hopes they'll be able to move forward. Nia Harden, 7 Action News.
Thank you very much, Nia.